Good afternoon. I am Eva Laredo, Chair of the Houston Community College Board of Trustees. I want to thank Mayor Turner and Bob Harvey from the Greater Houston Partnership and all of you present for being here what is truly a historical day today for Houston Community College and the entire Houston community. We are here today to announce an exciting new partnership between Houston Community College and Apple. At Houston Community College, we pride ourselves on establishing partnerships with other academic institutions and industries. This partnership with Apple is a reflection of our status as an economically diverse city. My personal motto is push forward. This partnership allows us and our students to do exactly that, with new and exciting ways. On behalf of Houston Community College, we'd like to say thank you, Apple, for giving us this incredible opportunity. And now I'd like to introduce our Chancellor from Houston Community College, Dr. Cesar Maldonado.
Thank you, Laredo. It's great to be here. This partnership that we're celebrating today is going to be a value add to the existing entrepreneurial framework that the city and the partnership have worked diligently to build and support. At HCC, we have 4 pillars in our strategic plan, and one of them is innovation. And through today's announcement and the partnership with Apple, we're illustrating that through the partnership with a company whose products and operations define innovation. And we're bringing that to Houston Community College and our partners here in Houston. The collaboration creates another pathway for student success, the ultimate student experience at Houston Community College. And this isn't only about coding. Coding teaches a mindset, it teaches critical thinking and problem solving in a way that other disciplines don't. So yes, we're going to learn how to code, but it's deeper than just the coding that's taught in the classroom. I can't think of an industry today that isn't dependent on coding. In fact, coding can be looked at as a basic skill set required in the 21st century. And Houston Community College, in our partnership with the universities in the area, with the city and with the Greater Houston Partnership, are going to take that to the forefront in supporting the entrepreneurial culture here in Houston. It's going to benefit the Houston community, and it's going to benefit Apple. It's going to benefit our students, providing them more opportunities for a successful career. And HCC is going to hit the ground running. In less than 2 weeks, we will be opening up classes. We're beginning classes in a continuing education environment to teach this programming language, to teach coding. And in the fall, we're going to integrate it into our 4-credit programs, into our degree programs. So this partnership with Apple today is another example of the ongoing transformation at Houston Community College. Now please join me in welcoming Lisa Jackson, Apple's Vice President of Environment, Policy, and Social Initiatives, to the podium. Lisa oversees Apple's efforts to minimize the impact of the environment by addressing climate change. She also is responsible for Apple's education policy programs. From 2009 to 2013, Lisa served as the administrator for the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, appointed by President Barack Obama. In addition, Lisa is a neighbor. She was brought up in New Orleans, attended Tulane. So she's coming back to help her neighbor spread an entrepreneurial spirit. So please join me in welcoming her for a few remarks.
Well, that's what neighbors do until it comes to football, right? Well, this is an amazing crowd, and thank you so much, Chancellor. Thank you to everyone. You're going to hear from Bob Harvey, so I'm not going to say any more about that. My job here is just to tell you how thrilled we are at Apple to be able to be part of empowering the next generation of app developers and coders coming from Houston Community College system and coming from this fair and wonderful city. Yes, diversity is a huge part of what makes our company great, what makes the idea of the iPhone great. Think about the App Store. In 2008, there was no such thing as an App Store because there was no such thing as an app. The idea of apps and app development as a job, it's the fastest growing sector in our country, and it didn't exist just 9-10 years ago. So to think about what can happen as we start to spread the tools that allow people to be part of that economy and meet them where they are. For us, community college is all about that first word, community. We hire lots of incredibly bright people at Apple, and yes, we are very proud of the fact that we're inventing the future every single day, but we cannot do it without app developers. The entire system rests on the ingenuity, the innovation, the diversity, the creativity, the joy, and the culture of the people who come together to make and develop apps. Whether you do it on your own as an entrepreneur, whether you do it as a second skill that you've always wanted to learn, whether you're coming to it, our curriculum now starts at kindergarten with block-based coding, goes to middle school with an app we developed in-house called Swift Playgrounds, where you can learn, if you want to, you can learn to code. I'm not ashamed to say I've tried it in a game, and you can try it that way. But then we want our high school students and our community college curricula to now begin to use app development with Swift, a one-year course developed by the software engineers at Apple in conjunction with grade schools, including, and first and foremost today, HCC and the system. The idea was to meet students who come in the door. You don't have to have coded before, but after a year of this class, with help from the great instructors in the school, in the system, you'll be able to write an app. And that kind of power can take you wherever you want to go. So what I'd just like to say today is how excited we are to be part of something so important to the community. The other thing we thought about, Apple has created, we've done studies, 2 million jobs in the United States. 1.5 million of them are related to the app economy. So think about that. 3/4 of the jobs that Apple is responsible for, a US company. So we're really excited at the idea that this is about economic development. This is an investment. This is something that, just like the language, is being given for free, but kudos to HCC, to the leadership, and to the fine leadership of the city for embracing it so quickly and realizing the potential and the opportunity there. We are obviously just starting this partnership, and we're grateful to be here today. And so I look forward to seeing what happens next. I have reason to come down this way every so often, so it'll be fun to check in and see how our students are doing. With that, I have the honor of introducing someone who needs no introduction in this fine city. All I will say, because it's appropriate today, is that he is a scholar as well as a leader. When I read his bio, I realized that this is a mayor who prizes many things, but his leadership, first and foremost, is based on scholarship as well. So, Houston Mayor Sylvester.
Let me thank Lisa, and let me welcome her to the city of Houston. And this weather was dialed up specifically for Apple. I just hit the app, and the weather prepared. That's just how it's done in the city of Houston. So let me thank her. Let me thank Apple. Certainly, let me acknowledge everyone that's here today. I'm not standing here by myself. Certainly want to acknowledge the council members who are here. Councilmember Cisneros, Councilmember Amanda Edwards, and Councilmember Jack Christie, right there. And then all of the board members of HCC. Good to see each and every one of them. The Chancellor, of course, the chairperson of the board, and then Bob Harvey of the Greater Houston Partnership, and of course all of you. Let me just say, for the last, some time now we've been talking about investment and innovation. And today, investment and innovation have come together in the city of Houston. I want to thank Apple especially, and Houston Community College, HCC system, for enhancing learning opportunities in the most diverse city in the United States of America. The world calls Houston a knowledge capital because of the incredible concentration of ideas and innovation in our great city, and today is certainly no exception. In fact, a recent national survey placed Houston in the top 15 cities out of more than 500 for young IT professionals. The collaboration announced today shows that we are right on target. Apple's investment in our community with the launch of the app development curriculum will tap into the creativity of our students, inspire new possibilities, and foster our courage of technological transformation. There is an incredible need for coders in today's market, and programming jobs are growing 12% faster than the average industry. Programming openings are available in technology and other sectors, including finance, manufacturing, and healthcare. No doubt coding has become a core skill that bolsters a candidate's chance of landing a good paying job and having a bright future. With this new curriculum and the opening of HCC's Coding and Design School, Houston can and will be one of the most aggressive U.S. cities that advances and deploys new technologies that will shape new businesses and improve our quality of life. Here's a great opportunity to guide young people through the high tech pipeline so that they are ready to seize these high-paying jobs. Technology, innovation, and a vibrant startup community are key drivers to our city's presence as well as to our future. And with the help of Apple, thank you, Lisa, and all those affiliated with Apple, and the Houston Community College, thank you, Chancellor, the board members, we look forward to creating the city of tomorrow, and in fact, in doing so, we start today. Thank you so very much. I forgot to hit my app. Now let me bring up the president of the Greater Houston Partnership, Bob Harvey.
The mayor and I have been spending so much time together, I think he's just taken me for granted, Mayor. Thank you.
No way.
No way.
No way.
Well, thank you, Chancellor. Thank you, Lisa, for letting the Greater Houston Partnership be part of today's event. We are so excited about this app development effort in Houston, bringing this to Houston and creating opportunities for Houstonians. Let me present this in the context of two major initiatives we've had underway at the partnership and within the city. And this effort and this opportunity sits right at the intersection of those two efforts. One is our workforce development effort, where we identified several years ago that we had many young people in Houston who were not completing baccalaureate degrees and needed the skills and the opportunities to be successful. And we used a phrase then that I'll use today. Success does not require a 4-year degree, but it does require skills, it requires credentials, and those skills and credentials need to be in areas where the market is saying we need that capacity, we need that capability, and that certainly fits the digital area and apps in particular. So we formed Upskill Houston a few years ago to bring business and education and young people together around key themes of gaining skills and gaining credentials quickly. So think about what we're doing here today, bringing Apple together with HCC and ultimately together with young people in Houston and creating relatively, actually very fast pathways for people to gain skills and credentials and enter the workforce in a very productive way. So I'm thrilled with that aspect of what we're doing. The mayor referred to the second vector, which is this idea of Houston as a knowledge capital, as an innovation city. And both the partnership and the city have been working together to really lay out this plan to how we can make Houston be seen as more of an innovation city. And as soon as you begin that discussion, you realize the importance of the digital world in that. You know, Houston's always been an innovative city. The innovation was largely in the past thought of within the energy industry or within life sciences, but increasingly innovation today sits on a digital platform. And for many, many people, opportunities in that area start with learning how to code, gaining that access to the world of apps. And in Houston, it's not just consumer apps, which is what you tend to think of. You know, we're known as a city where industrial apps are being developed and being applied. So this is perfect. This iOS capability is not just about consumer app development. It's equally applicable in the industrial app world. So I really want to commend Apple. I want to commend HCC for bringing these together, bringing it here to Houston. This is going to be the platform for great things happening in the future in Houston. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
We have people signing up for the course already behind me. I got. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you all for coming today. This completes our announcement. Thank you again and have a great afternoon.